Look at my thumb. See this thumb, how it's higher on the right side? A millimeter or two, it's better. It's certainly better. Okay, folks, we got a case of costochondritis here. Come on over here, I want to show people, and I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it, but his rib cage here is sticking forward. You can just feel the ribs right here sticking out forward anterior. So where do the ribs attach? All the way to the back here, to the thoracic spine. And he was complaining that he always has to kind of, when he drives, he has to kind of stretch there and hear a couple cracks in his ribs and then stretch to the side. And what do you pull onto the steering wheel too to get a little extra pull?
Yes.
And he hears some cracks along his spine, and then he has to do that every 10-15 minutes. When you have that feeling that you have to crack your neck, your back, usually it's a fixated stuck joint. And you're feeling that sensation that you have to crack it. But what you're doing is you're making the area above and below that fixation hypermobile. And you don't want to do that. It takes more of a specific adjustment to unlock that fixated joint. And just doing this and this isn't going to do it. And never take your hands on your head or neck and do that. You can do this. If it cracks, that's fine. Just don't use your hands, okay? So that'll explain, you had asked if that's good for you or not. And go ahead, and he's also now developed costochondritis on the right side. And again, for those of you that haven't seen any of our other videos, it's inflammation of the cartilage where the rib meets the sternum. And there's a joint there, and then there's also a joint back here, and you'll see with his posture, I'm going to show you something here, but he has a bunch of anterior vertebra right here. He's got a good curve here, but then it flattens out right through here. And a lot of that has to do with people working on their computer all day. He's a driver, so he's at the steering wheel for how many hours a day? 6 to 8 hours a day or more?
8 to 10.
8 to 10 hours a day. So we're going to definitely correct that. But then drop your arms to your side here. Look at his shoulder blade. See how much lower it is on this right side? Turn around, face the camera. And now take a look at his clavicle here. Look at my thumb. See this thumb, how it's higher on the right side? It's not a huge amount, but it's a couple millimeters. So we're gonna have to check that. So come on over here, lay on your back. Slide down a little bit. Okay, we're going to check the anterior humerus here. And 1, 2, 3, resist. Any pain there?
A little bit.
Which shoulder?
Right here on this
This
side.
shoulder? Okay. And do you have any tenderness under here?
Very little. No.
Okay, and how about over here? And here. Any tenderness up here? And again, any tenderness here?
Very little.
On which side?
On the right side.
On the right side. So, a lot of times people may assume that because your clavicle is higher on one side, that that's the problematic side. No, that's my job to figure out which is the problematic side. It's not always the shoulder that he has that's painful. So, you said you've injured your shoulder a couple times, your elbows, you did some Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu back in the day when you were younger. So which shoulder gives you the most problems, or is it both shoulders?
Probably the left side more.
The left side more.
Mostly the left, yeah.
Okay.
I guess since I'm always,
Driving.
and stuff too, yeah.
Okay. Now we're going to check the clavicle here. So palm in. See this hand here. And I'm going to pull this way. I want you to resist me. 1, 2, 3, resist. Good. And 1, 2, 3, resist. Good. Take your thumb in. Any pain when I did that?
Very little.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, resist. Any pain there? 1, 2, 3, resist. Any pain on that one? None at all that time? Okay. We're going to do the same thing with the other side. Palm out, lock the elbow, and 1, 2, 3, resist. Any pain?
A little bit.
And 1, 2, 3, resist. Any pain?
A little bit.
Okay, so he had pain on both of those tests. He's a strong guy, so we have to use a little bit more strength when muscle testing him. He was a little bit weak on it as well. You may not have been able to see through the camera there. It's a subtle difference. So we just checked his sternoclavicular and the pec major at the sternoclavicular joint. It's gonna be a little sensitive here. So he tested positive again for the pec major at the clavicular level and the sternal level. All right, now 1, 2, 3, resist. Any pain?
Very, very little.
Very little. So better than last time?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, resist. That was still weak. Any pain?
Very, very little. Yeah.
Okay, so that was weak. And that was the sternoclavicular check. Remember, his sternum, his clavicle was off at the sternum. So right now it looks like this is the one that needs to be adjusted. And relax here. 1, 2, 3, resist. No pain there?
Very little.
So you had some pain there as well.
Just a little.
Okay, relax here. So you've been to a couple other chiropractors, correct?
Yes.
For this.
Mm-hmm.
And what have they done?
Just regular adjustments.
Okay.
Little.
Have you had anything like this
Very
checked?
little hand therapy, very minor, not as much as this.
Okay, well, we just started. We haven't even really gotten into it yet. But so now we're going to test it again. Lock the elbow. And 1, 2, 3, resist. Any pain? 1, 2, 3, resist. Any pain?
No.
Okay, that locks really good and strong, and it was painless. We're going to test this one again. 1, 2, 3, resist. Any problems? Now, that one was fine before. This is the one that was a problem before. And 1, 2, 3, resist. Yeah, and that's a little weak, and that's painful to you.
Very little, right
Oh,
here. Yeah.
okay, so remember which clavicle was higher? This one. So we are going to adjust this clavicle, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So in this case, it was the higher clavicle that was the issue. Most of the time, it is the higher clavicle side, but not always. It's definitely not always. And if you adjust the wrong clavicle, they're going to curse you out over the weekend, trust me. A couple days from now, they're going to curse you out. So you got to make sure you do this right. And it's not always the shoulder that the patient says it hurts. It's usually a telltale sign, but not always. So we're going to go ahead and adjust this clavicle because it is medial and superior, and it's not going to hurt you at all. You okay?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I'm going to do one more. You're going to look that way. Okay, and relax. Look straight up. Now we're going to check it again. Okay, it was weak and painful before. And 1, 2, 3, resist. How's that? Any pain?
Better, no.
No pain, and it was certainly stronger. All right. Now I'm going to have you stand up. Come right over here. A millimeter or two, it's better. It's certainly better. Turn around. Okay, you can see that. Now his shoulder blades are even. That shoulder blade isn't dropping down. We still have to adjust his thoracic spine. So well, I'm going to have you start. I'm going to start you with some heat, and we're going to adjust the ribs and the thoracic spine next. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're gonna get a little bit of more mobility in the thoracic spine, but if you remember, your chest was forward, excuse me, your ribs were pushed forward on this side. So when I adjust your back, I'm gonna put a little bit more force on the opposite side, okay? Because I don't want to thrust your rib cage more forward, right? I'm just gonna make this problem worse. Tuck your chin down, give yourself a big hug, tuck that chin all the way down. Take a deep breath in and roll all the way out. You'll notice there was much more pressure on your right side there. And again, deep breath in. Same thing here. Okay. Tuck your chin down. Deep breath in. Come on up, half a quarter of a sit up. There we go. And relax. Okay. Now again, deep breath in. Half a sit up or a quarter of a sit up, good, and blow all the way out. No, keep your chin tucked. Keep your chin tucked. You okay?
Yeah.
All right, slide up. Okay, so we checked your shoulders. We fixed the clavicle over here. We're gonna just double check that again because that adjustment I did is intense. All right, so we're gonna pull out, resist. 1, 2, 3, resist. Any pain? 1, 2, 3, resist. Any pain? Good. Now this one. 1, 2, 3, resist. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, resist. Okay, any pain on either one?
No.
Okay, great. Now we're going to test your elbow joint. You said that you had some elbow problems. Okay. Well, all right, so I'm going to open the arm up. I want you to resist me. Don't let me open your arm. Ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3, resist. Any pain?
No.
Good. And we're going to take the hand back. Just relax. There, like that. And I'm going to push in. I want you to resist me. Don't let me push in. Okay? 1, 2, 3, resist. Good. Any pain? Same thing. I'm going to push in. Resist me. 1, 2, 3, resist. That was weak. Was that painful?
No, it wasn't painful, but I heard something like click.
You heard something click? Yeah.
Did you feel it?
Yeah. Okay. Relax here. And 1, 2, 3, resist. Any pain? Okay. We just adjusted his ulnar bone there. You saw that it got stronger. Now we're going to test, is this elbow worse?
Yeah.
It is, okay. So now we're going to test this elbow here, and 1, 2, 3, resist. Good. And 1, 2, 3, resist. Good. Any pain?
Very, very, very little.
Okay, it was strong, so I may have to just use a little more strength with you in muscle testing you, but 1, 2, 3, resist. I already know that's weak.
Yeah.
That hurt too. Yeah. Okay. Again, the ulnar bone. So on both sides, it could have something to do with all the driving you do. You know, where do you hold the wheel at 6 and 8 o'clock?
Only shifting.
Oh, you have to shift.
Yeah.
So you can't
Shift
really
right.
hold it. Okay. All right. You're hoping that your boss gets you one of those Tesla Cybertrucks or whatever, so it drives itself.
I wish.
Have you seen those?
Yeah.
Pretty neat, huh?
Yep.
Okay. And 1, 2, 3, resist. How's that?
A little better, yeah.
Not perfect. Hold on. Okay. 1, 2, 3, resist.
Yeah.
Done. Much different there. So, all right, now your rib cage. We're gonna do some laser on your ribs today. We have new rental lasers, but she may be taking it home. She's in a lot of pain. So you may have to wait till next week, but that's okay anyway, right? I need to treat you anyway. So you've been dealing with this for how many years?
The left side going on 2 years, right side 3 months.
3 months, left side 2 years. So I think you can wait over the weekend. Next week we'll go ahead and get you a rental laser. So what you're going to do is you're just going to hold this right here like that. You're not going to feel a thing. You don't have a pacemaker or anything, right? Okay. One last thing. Tell me what you think in comments below. I went to film school before I got my doctorate. I do all the writing, directing, producing, sound, editing, and the cool special effects you see here. Folks, I'm not asking for an Academy Award or an Oscar, just a simple thumbs up if you like my video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the latest, greatest content on YouTube. Thank you, appreciate all of you. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and adjust the rib cage here on the left side. We adjusted his thoracic spine already. It's really important to loosen the muscles up in the mid-back region. And he complained that he had a lot of tightness and stiffness, and he always has to kind of do this to stretch his mid-back, and here's some cracks in the thoracic spine. So I'm going to go over some stretches with you today that you can start on. And you probably saw that video that we had with the 22 different stretches for costochondritis.
I did half of them last night.
Half of them. Okay, keep it up, and it may stir up a little bit of pain right after you do it. That's okay. That's just in the beginning. It's normal. Okay. Did it stir up any pain?
It did. Yeah. This morning I woke up.
You were sore.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's normal though. Keep at it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I know his ribs have shifted upward, and the way I could tell is he's more sensitive here than you are there. Correct? Here, let's try that again. Are you more sensitive here on the top of the rib, or on the bottom of the rib?
I'm not sure. I think you're not pressing hard enough.
Okay. Here or here?
On the bottom, yeah.
On the bottom, okay. And here or here?
Yeah, there. Yeah.
On the bottom? Okay, so we're going to go straight P to A then. Not painful, right? I could sense you had a little bit of anxiety right there when I was about to adjust you. Now remember, this tenderness is going to be better because we just lasered it as well. Okay.
Yeah.
How are we doing there?
Good.
Any tenderness right there? Here? Now you can feel the rib cage is flatter now, right here. Still raised right there. Slide up a little bit. Watch your head. Yeah. There's a metal bar right under here, okay? Okay, slide back down. So this is his first rib adjustment, his first adjustment by me. He's going to be sore here, okay? It's almost going to feel like just really like you normally do on a sore day when you have costochondritis, except it might be a little bit more flared up in the next hour or two, okay? If it is, just put some ice on it, okay? But I lasered it beforehand, so you shouldn't have that problem. To minimize that, because I know you have to drive back to New Jersey. So, what happened there? I just heard that. Let's check your wrist. All right, let's just check this elbow again. 1, 2, 3, resist. Good. 1, 2, 3, resist. Good. And relax here. Take the watch off. Don't forget that, otherwise it's mine. Just kidding. All right. I just adjusted your wrist. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, look right here. You said that you had a knee problem, right?
Hmm?
Do you have a knee problem?
I've had surgery on my knees.
Both
Meniscus,
knees?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Bilateral meniscus surgery, but look at this, right? So when I dorsiflex his feet, do you notice this? This foot right here goes up further than this one. Watch. See that?
Mm-hmm.
See how this one dorsiflexes more than this one?
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to adjust your ankle right here and just relax yourself. Okay. And now look at that. Even. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Were you having any tightness back here?
On this one, this
On
ankle
that one?
actually hurts most of the
Okay.
time. Yeah.
That one was fine today. All right.
I'm always like sensitive on that left side there.
Yeah. That'll cause a headache. Do you get headaches?
Mm-hmm.
How many times a week?
Well, probably like twice. My wife gets some more than I do.
Oh yeah. Does she see a chiropractor?
Yeah, we go to this guy in Jersey or whatever.
Okay. Oh. You okay?
Yep.
Just a surprise, huh? Loud. All right. Relax here. How are we doing here?
Still feel some.
Right over here?
You know when I feel it most when I cave my chest in, like
When
when
you
I
do
go
this?
like no, when I go like this here, like if you put both of your hands here, like slightly. So if I go like this,
You
see
feel
what
it?
I'm doing? Yeah. Like I
Okay.
feel it.
So if you bring your sternum in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, slide back up for me.
Like this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, before when you were caving your chest in, you felt that. Go ahead and do it again. Do you feel it?
I do it. Yeah.
Where do you feel it when you do that?
Like right here. Kind of
Okay.
like feels like it goes around my rib too, like towards the back.
Try that again.
So
Still feel it the same?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. Less or
Less, yeah.
less? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you a pec stretch here
Uh-huh.
because your pec muscles attach on right through here.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to give you a stretch to start doing. It's in that 22, the videos of the 22 stretches. You know the one where you're in the door jam and you do this one?
Yeah.
That one. I want you to start with that one, and then you'll bring your elbow up a little bit, and it'll stretch the pec minor, and it'll prevent your shoulders from pulling down and forward, and it'll loosen this up a little bit. Okay. So we've got some work to do here, but today's our first visit, and we got a lot done on our first visit. You're going to be sore. I adjusted a lot of different things, from your shoulders to your elbows to your scapula,
Right.
to your ribs, your thoracic spine, your cervical spine, and your lumbar spine. So it is possible you'll be a little sore, but you're going to sleep a lot better tonight. Okay?
Yeah, I hope so.